I can't.
Good Monday morning. Okay, well, it might not be Monday when you watch this. So good morning or good evening, good afternoon. My name is Paula, TheDigitalGranny, and I'm here to actually talk about what I do for a living. I love what I do. I work from my phone, I work from my home, and I create content. Yes. So I encourage you to join me on these lives. And if you're new to me, let me know that you're new by dropping in a newbie in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from. Give me some kind of details like a name. Hi, how are you? And if you want to join me, you're more than welcome to join me Monday, Wednesday, Friday. This is the schedule right now, 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Now, what was I going to say about that? That's Central Standard Time. But depending on where and when you see this video, just go back and check the on the home page what the time is that I'm currently going live, just in case this changes. Okay. As well, what was I going to say? Well, today we're going to talk about the new easiest way to make money online in 2025. Now, why did I call it new? It is fairly new. I mean, the founder created this in 2022. Yes, she started this in September 2022, I believe it was. And so it is fairly new. I've never heard of this before. I didn't know this existed. I don't know if it existed before her. I'm not sure. So anyways, this is my deep dive. Be sure to subscribe if you're new. Be sure to, if you could, take and drop me a comment in the comments. If you're watching this later, that would be appreciated. And I take you on a deep dive. I kind of walk you through within about a half hour. I walk you through beginning all the way to the end of this. And at the end, if you have questions, simply you can ask them by going to my automated system right here. Granny's getting paid. Jacob, turn it down. You can go right here to Granny's Getting Paid. That is my automated system. So I'm not going to explain that at this moment, but you could go there and send in any questions you have because you'll actually get my email. Okay. So let's walk through this. And I love what I do. I just love what I do. I'm actually going to show you some stuff here while we get started. So I will start with, let me do this first. So this is an income disclaimer before we get going, because I'm going to talk about, I'm going to show you some testimonials in our community, and I'll share those with you. This doesn't promise that you can make the same thing. This is actually we don't guarantee. That would be like saying going to the gym and you asking, hey, am I going to be able to, how much am I going to lose and how much time? We can't do that. It's the same premise. So I would suggest that you screenshot this. Okay. These are testimonials and people's personal results. We're not guaranteeing anything that you could, because it comes down to work ethic and all that stuff. Okay. So let's get started with what is the 2-hour workday. Okay. 2-hour workday works like this. As you can see, there's 1 hour. We create 3 pieces of content. Okay. So what are we doing? In the program, you're going to learn how to create this content. This is done on one social media platform and any social media platform. All social media platforms work. So you just choose what platform you want to be on and you want to do this. The next part is half-hour posting free ads. So anybody can do this as a beginner, 18 to 80 plus. There is no, stopping you as long as you're 2 things, willing to learn and willing to work. So willing to learn, because you're going to have to learn how to create this content. You are taught and trained how to create the content. Also, you will learn how to post the free ads. What is a free ad? Basically, what we do is we use 2 free methods to get our message out. So those 2 free methods are actually social media and posting free ads. The last half hour, you're going to respond to comments on the videos. So 3 pieces of content. What is that really? So let's say you chose this platform. You would start by creating shorts. So really short videos, maybe with some text overlay. They would be short videos. Basically, we're kind of putting out like little videos that highlight maybe some of our story, some of what we might like. I mean, I like 2-hour workday. Maybe you are a fan of that too. Maybe you like the 100% profit. These are some of the things that we actually highlight. So 100% profit, 1 to 9 plus, because that you could average that. Really depends on what you're promoting. And then the 2-hour workday, there's no cold calling. It's not MLM. There's no degree, no experience, and you get an automated system. So as a homeschooling mama, I have 5 kiddos, 3 homeschoolers and 2 adults, and I do this from my phone. Now, I didn't start with YT. I added this in. Okay. I started with TT first, and then I started YT probably not too long after. I'm almost positive it was pretty close to being the same time because I love YT. Okay. So back to that 2 hours. You will learn how to create the content. So let's just say you choose this platform. You learn how to create that inside of the program. We are promoting digital programs. These are the programs that we are promoting. I am promoting. This is called Legacy, Digital Mastery, Daily Pay, and the Launch. So Legacy Builders is all of these programs, okay? Every single one of these, all of these, as you can see right here, they teach you marketing skills. This is a business in a box. Anybody can do this. There's a girl in here who is a single mama who was working 18 hours a day, full-time and part-time with kids, single mom, just like me. So I like telling the story because I was working 40 plus hours a week, struggling. She was working 18 hours a day. Okay. And she found this, she started this, she's able to quit the part-time, I almost put part and full together, part-time and full-time within 10 and a half weeks. 10 and a half weeks. Did you hear me? Isn't that crazy? It is crazy to me that we get to do something so awesome like this. I love what I do. I absolutely love it because as a homeschooling mom, I needed a way to make money online. So what was I doing before this? November 2022, suffered a mini stroke. Husband never showed up. There was no text, no phone calls, nothing. So why is that? Because he was away on a work trip. And then we find out later those work trips were not work trips. And that is what began the struggle for 5 of us because there was 4 kids in the house and me. I didn't have an income. He had an income. As a homeschooling mom, I was like, what am I going to do? Started looking for work from home, right? Start searching, typing it in. I don't know if you've ever done the work from home search, but it is frustrating to compete against thousands of people for the same position. You needed a degree in a lot of them. You needed experience in a lot of them. And I couldn't survive and provide on 15, 20 bucks an hour. Who can? In a single income home, who can? So I started praying, asking God, started doing the dash, right? Because that was real. It was legit. But really all it did was pay for the roof over our heads, never covered utilities, never covered anything but the gas in the car and the rent. That was it. So then I lost my truck and my job in the same day. And I had been praying and looking for a long time. And then this girl on social media, I heard her. She was talking about God, about homeschooling. And then she talked about making a lot of money. Well, I did what anybody would do. I went like this, bye. Like, what are you talking about making boatloads of money? I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not anything like that. I'm just the mom next door that homeschools her kids, and the kids are outside screaming at any point during the day having fun because they're done school. So I love it. And after I asked her 3 questions, I always explain it like this because I asked her 3 things. So the second time I saw her, I listened and asked. The first time I scrolled past. Second time I was in a different position because I lost my truck and my job. And this time I asked her, Can I work from home? Do I need a degree or experience? And do I have to pick up a phone? I was like, I'm not picking up a phone. I don't want to. I know I'll get fired or let go, especially because I get kids and they're loud. So I asked her those 3 questions. She answered those questions. She was very helpful. And I actually talked to her on a Friday and I started on a Monday and I have never looked back. I love what I do. I make money online. I've been doing this, making money online for since August of last year. So what is that? 12, no, we're at 11, 10, 9. So 9 months I've been making money at this. I just had my largest week and I'm just going to show you something while I'm thinking of it. And my largest week was last week. Okay. As a dasher, I just want you to see the comparison for me because it actually is a substantial difference. So as a dasher, as you can see, I'm going to go over this stuff in a second. As a dasher, I was aiming for this. Can you survive on that? Can you survive on that? Like, seriously, who can survive on that? That's why we were struggling. We were still struggling. That was the only income. He didn't help us. He decided he was going to do what he was going to do, and that was it. So moved away, got as far away as he could, which I should have. Anyway, we won't talk about it. What is good is now we are all free. We are all doing so much better. Okay, so much better. And up here and physically and everywhere. So Dasher, I was doing this. That was my goal, just so I could keep the roof over our heads. That didn't cover utilities or food or anything that we need in life. I just had my biggest week last week. And this, as a homeschooling mom, I couldn't believe it. This is only 4 customers. Only 4. Our number 1 selling program is that right there, the Legacy 2.0. I actually had 4 customers of that last week. Okay, so that was my week last week. That is double. Just stop and think about this for a second, because I am in shock. I'm like, man, I get to do this. I can't believe I actually had double in 1 week, right? 1 week. I made double what I did when I was aiming for in a month. Like, think about that. That's a big deal. That is a huge deal for a mom, for a homeschooling mom as a single income home. I cannot believe that was my 1 week, and it was 4 customers of that number 1 selling program, because that's our number 1 selling program. I just wanted to share that with you because that is a huge deal for me personally. Now, I don't know what your goals are. I don't know what's going to make a difference for you, but for 1 week as opposed to like a month, and it may seem small to you, but because I had that big week, I said to my daughter, who's been waiting for a long time to have her little Nintendo Switch fixed, I said to her, I can do that. And she was like, what? And my heart just sank. And I was like, yes. Like, I was, as a mom, you want to give your kids the best, right? You want to give them necessities plus some wants, balance, of course. But she had the one thing, which, the one thing she wanted, she's always wanted, just, can you please just fix my Switch? And I'd be like, man. And it wasn't like a whole lot. It's supposed to be like $100, but it's a lot when you don't have a lot and you're not, you know what I mean? So I finally felt like, okay, it's safe to do that. And I'm kind of the one that goes on the air of caution all the time. So I took my time sending that away because I wanted to be cautious. And now I felt like I felt like, okay, there's no problem. So it was a big deal for me, big deal for her. And I just wanted to share that, these things, it is a business. So it's real, it's legit, it works. But you have to understand, this is not a get rich thing overnight. I've been in this for almost a year. I've been making money at this for next month. It'll be a year. And I started in June of last year. There is nothing out there that compares at all to this, like not even at all. I have the freedom of time. I can do what I want to do, and I fit this into my life. So it's like a lifestyle business. Um, and I'm able to do my homeschooling with my kids, able to pay the bills, able to start. I'm actually seeing the more that I learn, the more that I earn. Does that make sense? Like I'm learning more skills. And here's an example, a real example you can hold on to is on this platform on YouTube, you can actually take affiliates. So I only did this like 2 months ago, maybe. I don't know. I never thought about it before. I didn't know what I didn't know. So in that program, I purchased the legacy. In that program, you learn about affiliate marketing the smart way. So instead of taking a marker and being like, hey, you want to buy that for $1? How many of those would it take to actually hit 900, right? If it was $1, and you're not going to make $1 on this if you were doing affiliate. But I take the link. I have two affiliates that I'm an affiliate for. And I take the link, and what do? I slide it into my video descriptions on YouTube. That is truly passive. I did it once and I don't even touch it again. That's real passive. Some people, we will call this passive because we're not doing 40 plus hours a week, but it's not even that passive. Like it is passive, but to put just a link in one time and then never ever touch it again, that's truly passive. So this is passive in the way that we're not putting in, like my very first customer was the legacy. Okay, was this one. So I could have sold any of them. I don't promote the launch pad, which is 100. I don't promote that because I don't want you to go to a website and have your customer go, you only have one program. So that's why I don't promote the one. I wouldn't want that for me. I don't want that for you. So all 4 of those teach you, this is a business in a box. So as a beginner with no degree, no experience, I had nothing. I came willing. So that's it. If you're willing to learn and willing to work, then this is proven to work. So I was going to go with the launch. I chose the legacy, purchased the legacy. I got all 4 programs, all 4 of these. Okay. If you choose the legacy, then you get all 4. If you choose, let's just say you choose digital mastery, then you get digital, daily, and launch. You get all 3. If you choose the daily pay, then you get the 2. Okay. So you're not purchasing each one individually. You purchase one and you get all the ones underneath that. So I purchased the 9. My very first customer was the 9, and he purchased at 4:30 in the morning. I don't know where he was. Never talked to him, never picked up a phone because of this automated system, which is Granny's Getting Paid. That's the automated system. You get that too. You get your own automated system. So that means that people can purchase from you, get all the information, right? Because if they go on one of my videos in the middle of the night and they get this breakdown, and then they go to my automated system to get more info, then they can actually purchase. So they don't need me to pick up a phone. They don't need me to slide into their DMs. We don't chase anybody. We use what is called attraction marketing. So I create the content and I post the content. That's it. So if somebody sees this video later today and they're like, oh, what is this? And they watch the video. If they have questions, they'll go to Granny's Getting Paid, ask questions, because you'll get an email from me. Go check your promo in your trash, and then you'll see Paula Digital Granny, and you can reply back to that and send me any questions that you would have. Okay. Now, there is a one-time website fee, $39. There's no monthly fees. So you choose a program and you pay the $39 website fee. Now, in saying that, there are plans available for all of these. And the lowest plan that I saw for the first one is $55. And that's with KLARNA. I don't know if we're allowed to say that on here, so I'll just spell it just to be careful. And that was $55 for a month, okay, which is affordable. So you could choose any one of these. You don't have to choose that. You choose any one of this. But I will say that is our number 1 selling program. Like I said, that was my first customer. That was my second. Shh, I'm doing a live. That was my third. That was my fourth. My fifth, I'm not done. My sixth changed, and then it went back to that on my seventh and on my eighth. So do you want to see that? Then I would suggest you do that. If you have a different goal, that's okay. Absolutely. You choose what fits your goal and how many customers would it take for you to achieve that goal. My personal goal is actually to hit 10K. That's my personal goal. So that would be 12 customers. Last week I had 4. So I'm thinking I might be hitting that this month. I don't know yet. We'll wait and see, but that's my goal. Okay. Now, that's a breakdown on these. You are learning. This is a business in a box. So you purchase a program, you're going to turn around with master resale rights and resell the programs. We are in the e-learning industry. So yes, you are learning marketing skills, but that's the beginner part. That's it. If that's all you want to do, then just do that. If you want more, learn about making your own community, learn about the affiliates right here. Learn if you want to make your own product, course, program, you can do that inside. You can learn that. I don't go into it. I'm really not interested in doing that right now. Would I do that later? Maybe. I don't know. Right now, I made my own community. So anybody that purchases from me actually gets into that free community. It's not a free community. I'm giving you 1 month free access to my private paid community for 1 month. There is the main community, which you are part of. It is a live interactive program. You are not choosing, you're not purchasing a course. I never reference it as a course because it's not. This is ongoing help in building a business. Sorry, in building a business. So if all you want to do is turn around programs, do that. You get live interactive training, mentoring. So the founder does the mentoring and the training on the legacy. That's tomorrow, Tuesdays. She does the training on the legacy. On the Mondays, the Thursdays, and every other Friday, there is other training available from like mentoring, and it's done by 6-figure income earners, and that's for everybody. That includes like people all in every single one of those programs that purchase. Everybody can get access. But the legacy is special just for legacy people. Okay, so that breaks that down, and I'm running short on time today because I like to keep these under 30 minutes. But let me now share my screen. I'll get it out in a minute. Share the screen so that you can actually see, because I like to do the deep dive. All right. So as you can see, let me show you. This is what happens when you go to Granny's Getting Paid. This is what it looks like. Okay. You have to put your details in. And the reason that you have to put details in, I shouldn't have done that. Now I'm going to have to go back and edit it. Anyways, I'll do that. I shouldn't click on that. So, but I'll have to go back and just blur. Okay. So that's what you see when you go to Granny's Getting Paid. When you put your details in, boom, up pops this. Okay. This is the founder. And the founder goes through a very, it is a longer video. Okay. I'll say it is longer, but it's detailed. So you can watch that. Or if you feel like you've got enough from me, then you can just go on the pink button. When you open the pink button, that's the actual website. So I want you to understand, here's just a quick little educational tip. This is called a landing page or a capture page. This is the actual website. Okay. So we build what is called an email list. This is vital. And I based on what I know now, I would tell every single business, every single person in the world, you should have your own automated system, because I got my first sale from it, which is crazy to me. And I love that. Now, this is the website. You can take your time and you can go through this at your own speed on your own time. There, if you went on here, okay, that is for the legacy. Now, when I was telling you about the 55, you would have to go to the green, and I can't pull that up because it'll put my stuff there. So, but you would go on the green and you would see the KLARNA, and that's the 55. But you look at this, go through it, decide what your goals are and what fits you. let me go back. More details, and then you'll see the founder again. Yes, we can be certified. I am a certified reseller. That is something you could do. You don't have to be certified to start selling, okay? Because you purchase the program, you get the master resell rights, and you get to turn around, start selling right away. This is something you can do on the side, in addition to, just turning around and using your master resell rights to promote the program. It's new. This was just introduced 2 months ago, I think it was. Legacy was brought out before I started. I think it was April or May of last year. Legacy was introduced. And then the ability to be a reseller, like a licensed reseller, was just like a month or two ago. Just so you know, you can click on any of these, okay? And they are testimonials. Now, I will say this. She is in the US. She's in Canada. She's in South Africa. He's in the US. I don't know. I think Matthew might be in Canada. And I don't know Melissa at all. I don't know her story. There, you'll just see me, my kiddos. So you can take your time and go through this, okay? There's testimonials. There's the legacy again. And remember, plans are available in different countries too. So you could just scroll down, and then there's the 63 and the 1. Remember, I do not promote the 1. I don't want you to have a website built with one program. I don't even know how that would turn out, to be honest with you. I don't know. But you're not giving anybody choices. So that's why I'm against it. So go through that, look at that. Now, I'm going to, what time am I at? Okay, 26 minutes. I do want to keep it under 30 just because I think it's better. So this is my community. This is the one that you get access to. It's my private paid community. And I do mentoring every single Thursday. You get to be a part of that for a month free. So I give everybody that comes through me free 1 month access. Now, and I do mentoring every Thursday. Now this one is the main one. As you can see, we have 52.2K inside of, let me blow this up a little bit so you can see better. Okay, that's better. All right, so can you see? Oh yeah, you can see. All right, so inside of here, I told you there was mentoring. There is mentoring what happened to the Fridays? Am I on the right one? We're in May. I wonder what happened to the Friday. That's weird. Did they change it? I don't know. I didn't know that. Maybe they changed it. So there's mentoring tonight. And this is the one that I'm always in because I love the legacy training. That's by the Millionaire Mama. She does that every Tuesday. Usually it's in the mornings, but because of a lot of people in South Africa, I think one night a month she does. Yeah, at nighttime. There's other kinds of training, like here you'll see storytelling, social media. I don't know what happened to the Friday thing. Maybe they took it out because there used to be. Okay, I don't know. I didn't see anything about that. But there is mentoring inside. There is help, all kinds of help, everything you need to be successful in this. And you're following a step-by-step beginner-made business, okay? If you were looking for a way to work from home, make money online, this is the most beginner-friendly thing you could do. I haven't seen anything like this. I can't even imagine anybody coming up and saying, I have something better. Like what? Show me, because I have no complaint about this at all. My only complaint is I wish I would have found it 2 years ago. So these are wins. Excuse my Christmas clock. I love my Christmas clock. Okay. So wins can be financial, spiritual, physical, whatever you want to be a win. All right. Now I share my wins in there too, just not all the time. I kind of like try to space out wins and just, but it is important. And the one thing that I would tell you to do is when you get your first win, I want you to post it. Make sure you post the first win. Like, I never heard anybody say that. And I'm so glad I actually posted my first win, because you could go back and look at your own posts. So you could actually go and screenshot your own post and share that. So I would encourage you strongly. Do like I do, space it out. You start to get your customers, you start to make these sales, and share it in the community. You could even share it in my community and my private paid community. You could do it there too. But make sure that you share that first sale. I would highly suggest you share that. So 900 ding while feeding the cows. That just makes me laugh. Best part, it's Sunday and I didn't even leave my house. Glory to God. Leads coming in. Told you they didn't have to be money. Do we make money? Yes, we make money. But it's also about getting time back. It is the best of both worlds. When you can actually pay your bills, start building a little nest egg, having all your necessities paid for, and then having like this little, whatever you want to do. Is it travel? Then build a nest egg for traveling. I mean, you don't even have to build it. Some people just go, oh, I just got this much and I'm going to go. And, whatever it is, some people like traveling. Some people just want to, change the backyard into an oasis or update the kitchen or do whatever it is, have those things paid, but then actually have time to do stuff, to actually go to Disney, to actually go and travel, to actually go on vacations, to have fun and make memories. So leads coming in, make content calendar. Wow, that's pretty, definitely impressive. I have never done that. Okay, so lead. Oh, I was happy. See, I shared my first customer from South Africa. How did that come up there? Yeah. So I shared that. Anyways, ding 900 sale while lounging. Was taking it easy on Saturday morning, but my automations. Here we go. This is a good example. See, automations, that's that automated system. You're going to have that. We all have that, but you don't get it until you're like, well, I wasn't talking to the person. Well, I didn't message the person. I created the content and boom, what happened? They came to my content. We used attraction marketing. We post and people come to us and ask us, what is it you're doing? How do I do this? And then some of them you don't even hear from. Actually, a lot of mine I never hear from. They purchase and then they just start. That's it. So it really, automations is amazing. I would tell anybody, even if you have a business of your own somewhere doing something, is it automated? Because man, why wouldn't you make it automated? 5 leads, mortgage free. Now I'm so stinking happy and proud of her. Like, she actually, where's that post? Did I lose it? Where is that? I might have just lost it. Did I lose it? No. Where did it go? I wanted to read about it. Oh, I might have lost it. Okay, I guess I lost it. I don't know how. Okay. Viral 440 leads. Well, we don't focus on going viral because views don't. How does she say that? The mentor says views, you can't take, this is how she says it. You can't take views to the bank. And it's true. She's like, you can't take views to the bank. So you could get like a video that has 42,000 views, but is there anybody asking you, what is it that you do? Because who cares if you get views? If you don't get people commenting inside of that, then views are views. So that's why she says you can't take views to the bank. Free ads. I talked about free ads earlier today in the 2-hour workday. 600 sale yesterday. Conversion, 12 before 11:30 a.m. While out being a busy stay-at-home mom, 2 sales come in. Praise the Lord. Love automations and building kingdom business. I love that. So that's 2 sales. When you're promoting these, I just want you to understand something. When you're promoting high-priced point digital products, these are programs. You don't need a lot of sales. You don't need a lot of customers. And I like to compare it to this because a lot of us, this is how I thought before. I thought, ooh, and I have 2 Etsy shops. Okay. I don't know if I'm allowed to say ETSY. I shouldn't have said that. But anyway, I do have 2 of those shops. I started those. I taught myself through this platform how to do everything. And then I made those shops. The one thing I made the mistake on is that they are low price point items. So no matter how much I love my shops, each one of my shops, like I put a lot of care and detail into them, and they're 5-star shops, and I love them, and my reviews are amazing, but I don't have a lot of income from that. Why? Because they're low price point. Like, do you know how many of those I would have to hit? Oh, you can't even see my finger there to hit the 9. Do you know how many of those my products are between $2 and $5? So I would need a whole ton of those to even come close to one customer of that number 1 selling program, which is the 900. I would need a ton. So I learned because of this program, you don't want to ever, a lot of these people run to the TT shop, right? They think they see some people having a lot of success in that. And then they think, oh, I'm going to do that. How many videos, how much time, how much are you actually making? Like, how much time goes into that? How much are you actually making? You want to do that forever? Because I don't want to do that. And if you were going to take this, what do you think you're going to get on that? Actually, this right here, this little, you guys can't see it all that great, but that tree, that was me getting a sample. And I looked at it and I was like, I want to see how much you actually get. I think it was $1 for each time that sold, $1. Now, I don't even think I sold it once, but I wasn't like trying to. I just got the sample I wanted to see because I don't understand. And I like having a bigger understanding. And I was like, no, you know what? We promote high price point educational programs that teach people and give them skills that nobody can take your skills away. So I've learned skills in here, and they actually help me to see things better. Whereas I'm like, wow, why did I ever select to put all that effort into those shops for $1 and $5? Why would I do that? Why did I do that? I didn't know any better. So when like, how many customers would it take for you to actually make substantial income in this? 5, that's $4,500 in a month. What would your goal be? I mean, my personal goal is 12, and I'm like, I already had 4 last week, so I only need 8 more in the month, and I just hit my goal for the first time. 10K is my goal for the month. And I'm going to get there. I think I'm going to actually hit it this month for the first time because I don't promote a dollar store marker. Like, do you see the difference? I hope that I'm explaining the difference because there is a huge difference. Now, impromptu road trip to NYC. Okay. Posting to encourage 18, now 27 and 48. That's crazy, right? So those are some examples of wins. Now, let me put that away. Those are some examples of wins. I just wanted to go through and explain some stuff. I hope that this helped you. I am over on my time. But if you have questions, go to that automated system, okay? And then send in any questions you have, and I will gladly answer them. I'm here to help you. I want to help you get started. I want you to know that there's a better way. God brought me this way, and it's so much better than anything that I've ever done, anything I could have ever prayed for, hoped for, looked for. So if this is something you want to do, let me know. Go there, get your questions answered, and I will help you. Okay? God bless. Have a wonderful day.